Hey everybody, it's Professor Parrish. I hope you all have had a great Easter weekend, and we are entering the final stretches of this class. So let's talk about what's due this week. Let's just jump right in. As I'm recording this, it's Sunday night, so we are still, let me get back to our homepage, our course content. We're still in week 14, about to be in week 15, so let's go down here. Yes, so if you've not done your discussion forum or the paper 4 outline, please make sure to turn those in. So far, the outlines I've seen look fantastic. I am excited. I love all these paper topics. Y'all are doing great. And the week 14 discussion forum has been great too. So kudos to you all. What we're doing this week is that you've got the discussion forum due, as well as the annotated bibliography. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is the annotated bibliography, what that means, and how to do it. So the discussion forum should be pretty standard. Posts are due Friday, responses are due Sunday. Your paper 3 revisions, if you want to do them, are due Sunday as well. This will be the last paper that you're able to revise. Paper 4, we're going to do the peer review for next week, in week 7, in week 16. But this will be the last paper you can fully revise for a better grade. So let's talk about the annotated bibliography. And that name sounds really intimidating. You're like, an annotated bibliography? That sounds weird. It's not a complicated assignment. It's actually pretty easy. But and it's going to be a nice way to check your citations for the sources you might end up using in your final paper. So what I've got here is our presentation for the annotated bibliography. What this basically is an annotation is a summary of a source. So, you know, if you go to our library resources, or if you go onto Google and you type in a scholarly peer-reviewed journal, you'll get lots of options pop up. And let's say you click on one of those options and they don't let you read the full article. They're like, nah, you got to pay us to read the full article. What they will give you is an abstract or a summary of that article, and that is an annotation. Just a summary about what the source is talking about, its relevance, and how the information can be used. That's what we're going to do. We are going to look at various sources that might work for your paper and do an annotation for them. Okay? So, typically, you start an annotation by citing the source in MLA. Then you skip a space, kind of like what I've done here. I've skipped a space. And you write a small paragraph about the source, summarizing its content, how it can be used, and how it is credible. So those 3 things are important. What's the source about? How can I use it in my own paper and writing? And why is it credible? Why should I use it? So the how, when, and why. So here is an example of what an annotation would look like if I were to do one. So I've got my citation here. I have my author. We have last name Smith, comma, John. My article title is in quotation marks. And then this is the web URL. So if I noted on your MLA review or your scavenger hunt that the web URL needed to be italicized, this is it. So sample.com is my web URL. My publisher is Sample Publisher. This is the date it was published. And then here's my article link. So that is my citation in perfect MLA format. Then my annotation is going to explain what it summarizes, what the source is about. It's from a known website that's founded by this journal, which is a leading source of example articles, and I tell how I plan to use it. So 3 sentences. A citation for your source, and 3 sentences describing it, how it's used, its credibility, and how I can use it in my paper. Now, granted, it can be longer depending on the source that you talk about, but that's the idea, right? This is generally what the annotation will look like. Okay? That's what I want you to do for this assignment, is you are going to collect a set of sources that could be used for your final paper, give me their MLA citations, and then under each one, give me that information. Usually it's put in alphabetical order, like you would a works cited page. So what you're going to do is find 4 sources and create an annotation for each one. Your annotations should have a summary of what the source is about, the explanation of how you plan to use it, and a definition of what makes it usable or credible for your essay. So, These sources that you choose to do for this assignment are not set in stone. If you do 4 sources for this assignment and then you decide that none of them fit your paper and you don't want to use them, that's fine. We just need to find 4 sources that can work for this assignment. And if you choose to use them in your paper, that's just a bonus, right? Now, I will say this. Not only remember to do them in alphabetical order, whatever. If you do more than 4, so if you need to do 4 for the assignment, but let's say you do 5 and 6, you do 2 more annotations, 2 more citations, I will give you extra credit. I will give you extra credit for as many of these as you want to do beyond 4. I've had students do 20 before because they wanted the extra credit that bad. That is up to you all. If you want to do 1 extra one, you can. If you just want to do 4 and you don't want to do the extra credit, that's fine too. It's totally optional. But this is your last chance to do extra credit in this class. I won't be offering extra credit past this point because we are reaching the end of the semester. But if you want to gain a lot of extra credit, this is your chance. So definitely take advantage of it. We only have this in the discussion forum this week, so you have a lot of opportunity to get more extra credit, so just kind of keep that in mind, okay? And then of course, if you have questions, feel free to let me know about it. But that's really the annotated bibliography. That's the assignment. If you want to do extra sources, you can. They will be extra credit. Continue working on paper 4. Do the discussion forum and the bibliography assignment. Any revisions you want to do those. But otherwise, that is it for this week. So the annotation bibliography assignment seems like it's a big assignment, but once you break it down, you're just citing 4 sources and doing at least 3 sentences of extra information behind them. All right? And if you have questions about the assignment, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I've been excited by your outlines. I'm excited to read more about them. And I'm eager for next week when we actually read all the papers as a group. Okay? I hope you had a great Easter. I hope you enjoyed the weekend, and I hope you have a great weekend as well. I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.